NanoVNA-F version 2 desktop holder? Will it fit the Gen 1? That's what's coming up next on LCARA Ham Radio. Hello, folks. This is Chris, KY4CKP. Well, today we're going to try a little bit of an experiment. We're going to do some 3D printing. I have a older NanoVNA-F model. Came in as a nice kit, very nice box, and did come with a very nice plastic case with some foam filler that has cutouts for the testing caps and the cables and things. Nothing wrong with it. Has a little test breadboard and some pins and things. Nice little kit. Nice unit there. But I've always been kind of curious and wondered, because I've always just kept it in the plastic box in this nice cardboard box that it came with, nice silk screen on it. But I knew that there were options, and I came across this one, NanoVNA-F version 2. Now, mine is the version 1, so that's part of the experiment today. We're going to print this assembly up that holds your NanoVNA, has a dust cover for it, but also allows you to set it up and set it at a 45-degree angle so you can see it hopefully clearly when you're using it, working with it on a workbench, desk, whatever. We're going to see if this will fit the original V1, if you will. And so I've downloaded the components. There's 10 components to this. And so I've got them plated up in my 3D printer slicing software. You can see I have some of the components set up on that instance and that plate. And if we go over here, we can see the other 4 components. So we're going to get these going, get these printed up. It's going to also require, and you can see it over here, it's going to also require, you can see it right there, I think right up there, 4 M3 size screws, and they recommend 6 to 10 millimeters long, and I have some of those available as well from other projects. So we're going to print this up and see if it'll fit the V1 NanoVNA-F, and see if everything will work, and then we'll have a nice little display case whenever we're using the unit. So we're going to get all that started, and we'll bring you folks right back. All right, and just a quick update here, folks. I have the software go through and do what's called slicing the plate. It generates the code for each layer that it's going to print out. We also have, you can see the green highlights here, we have some supports turned on, as there are some effectively cantilevered pieces of the print that will be hanging out in space, and so we need to support those as they print until they cool. And you also see the dark blue, these are called brims a lot of the times, and these are just 1 or 2 layers around a piece to help hold it to the build plate. You can see a lot of these filaments are very kind of narrow, but they're kind of tall. They come up several layers off of the plate. And so just to help make sure they're going to stick to the plate and not break free during the printing process, sometimes we'll use these brims. So I've got that one set up, ready to go. We can see over there, it's going to take 2 hours and 11 minutes or so. And then I've got the other plate ready to go. And the way these components are, they're big, broad, and flat. So they don't need brims, and they don't really have any cantilevered components or hanging components. So they don't need any supports. So that's ready to go. And you can see also a little over 2 hours, 2 hours and 4 minutes. So being fortunate that I have 2 printers, I can print everything in a little over 2 hours. If you just have one printer, it'll just take you a little bit of time to print the first set of components, then print the second set. So we're going to get these print jobs started, and we'll show you some footage of them printing. And then once everything's done, we'll see if we can assemble this and if it will in fact work with the version 1 of the NanoVNA-F. All right, here we are, folks, back. We've got both the print jobs sent to the printers over the network. And right now, both printers are doing a bed level check, since I've got parts spread out over a significant area of the board. The build plate never hurts to run a check. these things, especially from the factory, are not always completely level, and we want to have things come out as neatly as we can. And we can see both of those are moving along through the checks, and then it'll start printing. I'm going to print the covers and the flat components, the little drawer that holds some stuff in that frame, in black PLA. And I'm going to try at least to print the skeletal parts and that stuff in that day glow transparent green. We'll see how that looks and see if we can get that to print. So again, these are just going to complete their checks and load the filaments from the ACE Anycubic color engine. Other brands have AMS, just a 4-spot spool holder so that you can easily do multicolored prints and change between colors automatically and quickly and easily. In fact, a lot of these systems, and the Anycubic system can as well. Notice I have 2 blacks loaded over there. If the first black runs out, it'll automatically keep going and just switch over to the second black. So anytime you've got 2 or more colors that are the same, it can automatically switch over. So when you have colors that you use a lot, you can do that in preparation, especially as you get towards the end of a spool. So we're going to let these go. You can see 2 hours and 13 minutes there, and 2 hours, 3 minutes there. So they'll finish up fairly close to each other here a little bit later, and then we'll see if we can assemble this and see if it's going to fit the NanoVNA-F version 1. So when we get ready to do that, we'll bring you folks right back. All right, folks, that's going to wrap this one up. Stay tuned for part 2, where we start going through the assembly of the NanoVNA-F version 1, but certainly version 2 holder for the desktop. We'll see you folks in the next video. 73.